Video, because there might be somebody out there.
My name is Mike, and my phone number is 646-0257.
That's very close to the
Right, that's your logo. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you very much.
So if you like something.
Okay, well, I think we've had a very nice evening, a very informative evening, and I want to thank all of you for coming, and it's great, and thank you.
Thank you.
You want to say any last words?
Yes, I want to tell them about
Did you give out
Okay,
their...
she wants to say one last word, so just wait 1 second.
I brought this book with me, and Ron Cole wrote it, and it's the closest thing to the truth that we found. And he's a young man who came from Colorado. He was in Florida when the 51 days was going on, and he came to Waco and started to investigate. And this is the what happened from the investigation he did. It's being sold for $15, and if you would like to have it, you can write me. I don't know if you had the, yes, that's it.
It's Cathern Matteson, Matteson, Post Office Box 786, Waco, Texas, 76703.
Now, if you'd like that 58-minute tape, that is free, and you can write for that also.
Okay, I'd like Ken Barton to speak just a minute. He's going to be leaving for Waco. He's going to be following the trial, and he's going to be the one that's going to be sending through faxes information on what's happening on a day-by-day basis. Okay. Okay, Ken.
I don't have really a lot to say, but I'm really pleased that everybody came and heard Cathern today. And there's a lot more information about Waco and the government's activities behind the scenes of what really caused this tragedy that is not available to be released at this time. But as the trials go on, just as we did in the Randy Weaver trials, we will be putting out information on the various truths and the connections with the governments, and all the bits and pieces will start falling into place. And we need all the support we can to keep the information flowing out to the rest of the public. Cathern and Tom.
For Cathern and Tom and their travels.
And their expenses and their costs for putting these tapes together in the paper and all of that. They haven't had any financial support down there at all. The hotel where Cathern was staying was closed, the Brittany Hotel. The IRS came in and closed this hotel the day that they were trying to auction the hotel, which is worth about, this insurance replacement value is over $3 million. There was less than $150,000 owed on the hotel, but he was forced to auction the hotel. The day that the auction was to take place, the IRS came in and sealed the place based on that Mark that owned the hotel owed $14,000 in back labor taxes for allowing the Davidians to stay at the hotel, but he wasn't paying them. But he owed, it was like unbelievable. Of course, shut the hotel down, threw these people on the street again, okay? So they're using every government agency they can. Waco is a central center for the CIA, and the Fort Hood operation is a central center for mind control operations. This Texas State College, Texas Technical State College, where they first took her, is very close to the Davidian complex. It's less than 5 miles away, and it's also the longest runway in Texas. So where do you think those planes from South America were coming? What was transpiring in the earlier days of the Davidians' existence there? David had only called in all the Davidians from all over the world this last year, and of course the government had no control on that operation, and the plot thickens.
Well, we had, when we went in there, we had let George have it for about 3 years. He had been wanting to have that property, always. He wanted to be in charge of it. So David said, well, let him have it for a short time. It might be the only thing he gets. Then he went and he murdered this man. And when he did that, he was taken away, and so we walked in and took the place over. When we went to look at one of the buildings that they had been using, they had a methamphetamine lab there, and we called the sheriff's department, and they came down, and David and I stood there while they took the articles that we had gathered, and never did say thank you or anything else. But I don't think the certain people were very happy.
Ken, when is Catherine leaving, and what can people do to help?
Most of the people are going down, in fact all of them are going down to San Antonio, and I understand they have places that they can go to now. One of the men in Dallas is making it possible. Steve Powell, yeah. That he's trying to get one house that we all can live in. And some of them have already gotten apartments, and some of the men, 3 or 4 of them, are going together and have an apartment. And so I'm sure everyone will be able to stay down there.
Stephen Powell, a friend of the Davidians, has taken this book and taken it to a publisher, and all proceeds from the sale of this book over and above the raw cost will be put into a fund of Friends of the Davidians to support the Davidians and the people in San Antonio during this trial. So any of your friends that buy this book through Cathern or through Stephen Powell or whatever, a trust has been set up for all proceeds to support the operation. So we need one big distributor to buy like 50,000. It's called Sinister Twilight by Ron Cole, and this is the best account of the overall situation in the history of the Davidians.
It really is.
Ron Cole is the author of this book. He's somebody that came from Florida and was involved almost all the way through the siege, and he's lived in Waco
since then.
It's all in the book here. It's in the cover. There's an introduction, and
I think it'll explain itself.
But it is supported by the Davidians and all the Friends of the Davidians. It's the closest thing on the market today that tells the overall story, and it has a great deal of pictures and explanations and so on and so forth. And I mean, it'll give you a better view than anything else that's published out there today.
That's true. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody have a nice safe evening going home. It's easier sitting than standing for this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, standing.
If any of the men want to stick around and just fold up these chairs, I'll accept any help that you might want to give.
The longest runway in Texas, no kidding.
Yes.
That's very interesting.
Yes, it is.
I've never heard that before.
Excuse me. How far was your room from the room where the VA campers are killed?